What's up, everybody? Happy Friday to you. I hope that you are doing well. I'm going to reiterate this because some people are slow and they don't comprehend, but I am politically neutral. I look at things from sort of the middle of the road. So I try to look at what both sides are saying, and then I just kind of make sense to what is being said and what is really happening. So I want to play a clip that now Trump is speaking at what is this? A Real of America's Voice event, and I think this is a Turning Point USA event. I'm not sure if they're sponsoring or what, but I want you to listen. This is I think the War Room posted this, and Charlie Kirk retweeted it. Give me a second. Okay, so here we go.
Yes, sir. You're a good-looking guy. Look at that guy. Looks like a banker from Wall Street.
You can see I'm an old man, and I have grandchildren that I want to see taken care of.
Right.
And I love them, and I want them to know that they can have the same life that I have had.
Oh, it's very nice.
What are you going to do about that?
We're going to make sure that they have the same. I can just see how incredible you are by the emotion of that and the way you asked the question.
Okay.
We're going to.
Okay, so I didn't want to play a lot of that because I didn't want to get the video struck, but I want to just kind of call to attention how deflective Trump is, and how and I think that Trump is a relatively sharp man, but obviously he's still not the sharpest tool in the shed. Compared to other men his age, he is pretty sharp. He has a lot of vitality, right? That man and Trump could be almost the same age. Who knows? But I say that to say that this man was really, that was an economical question. That was an economical question. That man was concerned that his grandkids were not going to be able to have the same type of life that that he's been able to experience. 9 times out of 10, that man was able to work. That man was able to have options in the job market. That man was able to work a job, get good at that job, grow up in an industry, get skills, to be able to help him pay his bills and sustain the family life that he wanted, right? And obviously build a legacy, right? And he's worried about what type of legacy. This is how I comprehend that man's question. He's worried about the economic future of his grandchildren. Are they going to be able to buy a house? Are they going to be able to own anything? Are they going to be able to enjoy the basic luxuries of the American experience like he did? Right? That is what he was asking. And if you listen to Trump's response, right, he goes on this diatribe about crime. Right?
We have to give authority back to law enforcement so they can.
Right. So he's talking about giving the authority back to law enforcement, and then you hear the crowd cheering. Right? It's like nobody is comprehending that man did not. That was not a safety question, in my opinion. That man was worried about the economic possibilities of his grandkids. And Trump is like, oh, yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be the same, if not better. But first, we got to get a control of the law enforcement. No, you need to be talking about some of the economic pillars that are set up right now, right? Where I think, what is it, David Schweikert, or I don't know the gentleman's name, and I think he's in Arizona, who keeps talking about the budget and how the debt that we keep acquiring, how that's being passed on to this guy's grandkids, right? And these are things that I was expecting for Trump to be intelligent enough to address, right? But he danced all around the merry-go-round, right? Talking about crime and people stealing microwaves and all kinds of stuff from stores, and these people don't get immunity. Like, he's trying to appeal to this ignorant side of the Republican Party, but he doesn't understand that Republican Party that is sort of going for them, a lot of them aren't ignorant. A lot of them have economic common sense, and that was an economic question, and he should have answered it as such. Now I also, I'm, like I said, I'm not a Trump fan. I'm politically neutral, but I do want to say that people are trying to say that Trump did not. They're trying to contradict Trump's statement that he funded HBCUs. And, this is really public record. If you go on to the White House, archives, you can see, that he did fund HBCUs. And Newsweek in 2021 reported how, when the Biden administration were doing their little budget, they were actually cutting funding for the HBCUs and even thinking about bringing it down. So, I think that people, and this was the Newsweek article, I mean, now they're showboating and posturing. So now they're trying to fund the HBCUs as of like May. They were talking about monumental funding because obviously when Biden came in, he did a lot of cutting of the funding of HBCUs, and this did not rub a lot of them the right way. But good, they deserve it, because when Trump did say, hey, I'm going to give you $225 million every year permanently so that you don't have to keep begging the federal government for money, right? And other programs, initiatives, it was like they should have been grateful, but a lot of them did not want to demonstrate that they were grateful that he did that. So, I mean, when Biden came in, they like, man, forget all that stuff he was talking about. We'll give y'all whatever we can get y'all. And that's it. So serves them right. And I think that's probably why a lot of them on the low key are going to be voting for Trump, because they're like, shoot, Biden came in and like this man was giving us $225 million a year. We didn't even have to think about anything. And then here come Biden trying to roll back everything, showboating, right? And ended up, prioritizing pennies for them in the broad schemes of what they claim that they need. So Trump was right on that. That is public record. You can go and look at the White House archives. It was the FutureAct, I believe. And so he did what he was supposed to do with the HBCUs, and they were ungrateful. So now they scraping by. And now here the Democrats are in 2024 posturing them and trying to posture, look how much we're funding them, because they know that they cut those people's funding. But anyways, you guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Trump, like I said, I'm not a supporter of any of these people. I think that they're showboating folks, but listen to what these people say and how they dance around answering real questions that real people have. Bye.